Okay, welcome everyone to the Best Damn Podcast. I'm John Keane. I got some stuff I want to talk about today. I tried to go live, but for whatever reason, Cincinnati has these weird dead zones and it's just extremely cloudy, so I wasn't able to do so. But I wanted to talk about, how to let go, controlling our desires, and how we invest in ourselves and find value in ourselves, maybe when others don't even see that or find value in us, or at least we believe they don't. First and foremost, if you'd like to book a reading, join us over on Patreon, donate support to the channel, follow us Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of that stuff. The links are in the description box down below, so go check that out. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and it helps with the algorithms and all that. And tonight I should be going live from my new place. I moved here in Cincinnati, so I'm really excited. I'm very happy. I feel extremely blessed. The last video I did, I talked about how love has changed my life, because it has, right? Being open to the possibility of love has changed my life, and willing to be vulnerable to other people in ways that I feel like I haven't before has opened the door for me in so many avenues, like it's not even funny, And with that said, part of the process or the cycle of life, right, is, it's death and it's rebirth. So there are beginnings and there are endings. And one of the hardest things I've ever found to do, and this is me personally, I don't want to, speak for nobody else, is let go. And when do we let go? When do we let go? When do we let go of people? When do we let go of relationships? When do we let go of situations, habits, things that no longer serve us anymore? I can tell you one thing, by battling addiction, I know that I wasn't willing to let go of that addiction until long after it was sabotaging my livelihood, my health, making me miserable emotionally, blocking me off spiritually. It was just doing a fucking number on me, But it was just like a toxic relationship, right? Someone that doesn't give back to you or feed into you emotionally, or doesn't, give to your needs, your desires, your wants, right? And we give energy to something, draining ourselves, leaving ourselves empty. And that's a thing that I have a hard problem with. And I think a lot of you do too. Seems like anybody with a decent heart or who's halfway empathetic is a giver. And we tend to attract takers in life, sadly. We tend to attract takers, And we can give to situations. We can give to jobs, working our ass off, not getting raises, promotions, shit like that. And not have the wherewithal to, or the feel like we aren't financially in a place to call it quits or to move on to something different, like doing full-time podcasting. That was another thing I had to let go of because it wasn't paying the bills anymore. That's a hard pill to swallow when a business fails, when a business fails and isn't successful anymore, something that once was successful. Same thing with a relationship, I have experienced great love in my life, and deep love, to where, I thought I would be with that person forever. I thought that this was my person. This is the person I love. And I don't want to be with anybody but them. You know, and come to find out, you know, not all things are meant to last forever. You know, whether it was, you know, you or them in your situation, as a result of actions and choices, because all actions have consequences. All choices have consequences. Even when we choose not to choose something, that's a choice. You know, sometimes that can damage relationships and create distance, hard feelings, resentment, grudges, unforgiveness, all of which do not embody love. You know, when you truly love somebody, you're willing to forgive. You're willing to start fresh. You're willing to heal. But for all of us, you know, we even have limits on how much we're willing to do for others. You know, when love fades and it becomes, you know, us giving to a situation that doesn't give back, you know, that's when it's time for us to release and let go. And that comes with anything in our lives, anything that we find ourselves being preoccupied by, distracted by, that's taking up all of our mental space, creating emotional heaviness. You know, I know that when I'm moving on from someone or whatever, it's like I have a heavy fucking heart, man, especially if I care about them. You know, a heavy heart, and it's hard to release. It's hard to let go of that. And, you know, I'll go through it in my head, the different situations of how I can repair, you know, or thinking about the worst case scenarios of how it won't go right. And this can be a million different scenarios, you know. But when we have things that are taking up our mental space, causing us stress, we have things that are weighing us down emotionally, we have things or people in our life that we continuously give to and try to pour ourselves, our love, our time, our energy, our effort into, and we get nothing back. We don't get our desires, our needs met. And, you know, and that's when it's time to withdraw. You know, that's when it's time to release. When there are things in life that no longer serve us, you know, or no longer serve our highest purpose, our highest good, you know, we're forced to. If we don't pay attention to the universe and listen to what God is trying to say in our lives, I promise you, He will force you to do what you have to do, you know. And I said this in the last video, I wanted to elaborate on it more. You know, the primary law is, you know, vibration, it's frequency. Secondary law is attraction, you know. So whatever we are vibrating at, whatever frequency we're vibrating at, that's what we're attracting into our lives, you know. And let's just hypothetically say that you're in a relationship and things are rocky, things aren't going well. You know, that's your signal from the universe that you need to change a behavior, change an action, stop doing something or start doing something that you need to pay attention, you know. Switch it up. And this is with anything in life. If something's not working and it's giving you a bad feeling, you know, following that feeling, you know, it's letting you know that you need to reorientate, you need to realign, you need to switch it up and change what you're doing and adapt. And when we adapt and we change and we stop that behavior, we stop whatever we was doing that's causing that friction or chaos in our lives, well, then things can tend to heal and realign, you know. And the better things feel, you know, the more we go towards that good feeling, right? And the better things get. It just builds up on itself. We build momentum that way. But if we ignore that, then things begin to manifest to try to force us. Then all of a sudden, let's say, you know, you stop the behavior you needed to stop that were causing the turbulence in your life. causing distance in a relationship or whatnot, well, then more arguments will ensue, right? The more you continue this behavior, the more you stay out of alignment, the more you put out that frequency, the more things get worse, until eventually, you will break up or move your separate ways because, you're forced apart by the universe. The frequency you're putting out is no longer compatible for your greatest good, your highest good, for your ultimate happiness. And that's why a lot of times you see people reconcile, because it takes losing what we care about. And I hate to say that, but it really does. It takes losing someone sometimes to actually see what they meant to you, or to actually, value them because you don't have them, right? A lot of times we take advantage of it. And we have a person in our life, they give us unconditional love, and we treat them like shit, treat them like they'll always be there. They'll always take us back, or they'll always whatever, they'll always love us. But once that person's gone, you appreciate, man, this person loved me more than anything, or this person was great to me, And a lot of times you see people reconcile that way, because when they have that distance, and the heart grows fonder with distance, they have that distance, it allows them to appreciate one another. It allows them to get the space necessary, as long as they don't do more damage in the process of separation, which is what happens 99% of the time when people separate. When they separate, they have anger, resentment, bitterness, unforgiveness in their heart, and they go sleep with another person, or start talking to other people or whatever, right? They do some spiteful shit. They take their stuff back or whatever. You guys know, some people key cars, all kinds of crazy shit, flatten tires, usually immature people, crazy people. But they'll do that damage to force final separation, where there's no reconciling, there's no fixing it, there's no coming back together, because they didn't appreciate the person or see the value, see the worth of that relationship to start with, right? So they have to go on and experience something different in order to, and learn how to value themselves first, before they can ever begin to learn how to value another person, And they probably need to be on the short end of the stick a few times in order to get those lessons of how to treat others, And that's what happens 99% of the time. But there is those rare times where, we're forced out of a situation, and after losing something that matters to us, or our lives change drastically, we see the value in what we had, and we adapt, and we begin to shift and change and mold ourselves into someone more compatible with what we desire. See, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, to me, is how can I adapt and mold myself into the life I desire? And I'm talking about in all areas, like my job, my career, it's my passions. I want to be the best podcaster there is. I want to, have real ass experience. And I feel like I do from, loss and just letdowns and, addictions and all that in life. It's to give real wisdom, of how we recover and how we heal. At my job, I work hard. I want to be successful. I want to elevate, so I put my energy and my focus towards that. When it comes to love, I want a true, meaningful, lasting love, passionate love, unconditional love. So I set my heart towards that, and all of the areas in life where I feel like I'm out of alignment with my own greatness, my own value, and that's what we have to do, is learn how to value ourselves. And we can't do that when we're on substances and drugs and alcohol. We just can't. We can't do that when we're all emotionally fucked up. We got to learn how to process those emotions and untangle that web. We can't do that when our heads are just full of negativity and bullshit. We have to learn how to straighten out those thoughts, you know. And that's what it starts with, is focusing on the right things, thinking about the right things, letting go of the lies we tell ourselves that we're not good enough, that people are judging us, that people will betray us and lie to us and let us down, no matter what the experience we've had in the past, you know. And if maybe that's been the case every time. I know for me that's been the case a lot of the time, you know. But it's like I don't want that to be my narrative and my story no more, so I tell myself a different story. And that the people I love are loyal to me. And that the people I want to be with me too. That they care about me. I tell myself that I will be successful. That I will give something to the world. That I have value. That I have worth, and that I'm worth taking care of. I'm worth being healthy. I'm worth exercising. I'm worth working hard. I'm worth staying sober. You know, and it starts by that, and we have to fake it till we make it sometimes. We have to tell ourselves these things so we start to believe it. So that's what, you know, because it all starts with that thought. That thought then transfers into an emotion, you know, that energy and motion. You know, and that emotional baggage just makes us so fucking heavy, and I drag my heart around a lot, guys. I do. When I'm heartbroken over somebody, or when I'm let down over something, man, it owns my mind. I can't do nothing but think about it, and it, you know, it brings physical stress, physical pain, you know. But it's like learning how to tell yourself the positive, to see the bright side of every situation, and to let go of that heaviness, to let go of that hurt, to let go of that negativity, and to get in alignment with what feels right, with what feels good, you know, what makes you feel valuable. You know, be around those who make you feel valuable. Be around those you feel see your value. You know, and then it's our actions. It's like staying consistent. You know, being consistent with how we act, how we treat other people, how we don't react to certain things. I have a terrible, terrible time of like saying shit I don't mean, reacting extremely negatively if I'm hurt, or out of emotions. It's like I have to catch myself, you know, because I don't want to snowball that shit. I don't want to build that up in my life. I want to break down walls. I want to break down barriers. I want to be someone that can heal anything, you know? I want to be someone that can reconcile anything, to mend anything. We all have this healer inside of us, you know, and it's like, and we all have this teacher inside of us too. But in order to be that teacher, we have to first be the student, you know? It's about listening to others, what their needs are, listening to ourselves, listening to our heart. You know, your heart will tell you how you feel about something, or you feel about someone, or, you know, whatever. You know, and it's about being honest with ourselves more than anything. Like, we know ultimately at the end of the day, you know, we can try and lie to ourselves and say, I've seen people let go of people they're madly in love with because their ego gets in the way, you know, and they'll lie to themselves like, I don't care about them. I'm not worried about them. They did this and this, and I gave them that many chances, and I'm done, you know, and they are hurt. They regret it, you know, and they miss out on probably the greatest love of their life because of their ego getting in the way, and them not being able to forgive, or, you know, be honest with themselves that this is a person that they belong with, or they love. Or sometimes they'll tell themselves that they do belong with someone they know they don't, you know? It's like a person that's fucking beating them or whatever. It's like, oh, well, he really loves me, you know? He's just hitting me because, you know, it's like these lies we tell ourselves. You know, or we'll lie to ourselves about how we're not at fault for certain things, or how we're not in control of certain things, when the truth is we're in control of all of our life. You know, we're responsible for every fucking action, every word, every thought. You know, we got to be accountable. You know, we got to be able to take it by the balls, man, like make the most of it and say, all right, I'm going to be the ruler of my world, of my life. I'm going to steer the ship, and I'm going to do it by putting myself in alignment with things that feel good, with things that feel right, with people I love, with people that are good to me, with people that see my value. I'm going to value myself, and I accept nothing less than someone valuing me, right? If someone doesn't want me or want me around, that shows they don't value me, right? If someone treats me badly, treats me poorly, robs, lies, steals, whatever, cheats, they don't value me. These are the hard choices we have to make to let go of those things that aren't consistent with us loving ourselves. The hardest thing in the world, I swear, is to love yourself. And a lot of people think they love themselves because they're selfish or self-centered. That's not self-love, right? It's very, very different. Self-love sometimes is being selfless. And sometimes the greatest thing you can do for yourself is give to someone else. Sometimes the greatest thing you can do for yourself is forgive someone else. Sometimes the greatest thing you can do for yourself is serve someone else. Take care of someone else's needs, right? Be a good person to someone else. We try to work on ourselves so we can be better for others. So we can have that amazing love where we give, and they give. Right? It's no giving, and they take. You know, when you're selfless and you do nothing but give, you set up the energy for them to be the same, to be selfless and do nothing but give back, right? And if you set yourself up in that frequency of giving, that frequency of loving, that frequency of passion, that frequency of being humble, right? Having respect and regard for other people, their feelings, their needs, their desires, their wants, then you set yourself up to receive that in return, and you receive it multiplied, right? You get that shit back double. You know, just like negativity, when we hurt someone, harm another person, right? Whether we're doing it intentionally or not, we don't just harm them, we harm ourselves, because we're all connected, right? And we're building that negative karma against ourselves in a bad way, in a major way. You know, it's like, when do we let go? When the signs say to. You know, when the universe forces us to, and before it forces us to. We don't have to let go of people. We don't have to let go of relationships. We don't have to let go of jobs. We don't have to let go of certain things. We have to let go of the actions that create that friction or distortion in our life. We have to let go of the behaviors, the negative thoughts, the heavy emotions that create that disruption in our lives. That's what we have to let go of. You know, and then we don't have to let go of people. We don't have to let go of situations. You know, things don't have to get to that point. We can be that 1%, and we can reconcile, and we can heal all things and become the healers that we're all meant to be on an emotional, spiritual, and, you know, and mental level. Physical too. You know, it's all about nurturing ourselves in the right way, and not a selfish way of, oh, I want to have fun, I want to da-da-da, you know what I mean? Not like that. YOLO, you only live once. It's all about me. What I need, you know what I mean? No, not in that way. Not in an egotistical way. Not in a superficial way, or a way that only feeds impulses or desires. Impulses and desires are not true needs. You know, they're not true needs. They're like the drugs. They're emotional drugs, right? They make us feel good temporarily, but a lot of times after we do them or experience them, we feel guilt and shame, you know, or we have negative consequences because we took shortcuts to get that feeling. You know, it's about creating things that last, things that have real meaning, real value, and staying within our moral compass, our moral center, and being true to ourselves, and holding ourselves in high regard, not in an arrogant way of I'm better than other people, but in a way of I want to be a good person, a good soul. I want to be a good partner, a good lover. I want to be a good man, a good woman. You know, I want to be a valuable employee, a good businessman, whatever. Like, holding ourselves in regard because we know we have that within us, because all human beings have that within us, and seeing everyone else around us as having that potential as well, and trying to nurture them in the same way we nurture ourselves so they will fulfill that potential, and that makes our lives richer. When we lift another person up, when we heal another person, it only fulfills us more, it only enriches our lives more. And doing that with the people around you, how strong of a support system could you create? How strong of a life could you create? How strong of a partnership, a marriage could you create? How strong of a friendship could you create? A business could you create? If you invested in others the same way you invested in yourself, and if you did that in a healthy, positive way, in a way with character, in a way with morals, if you aligned in that highest frequency, what would you attract? Who would you attract? What would your life look like then? I can tell you right now, I went from being a junkie, homeless, jobless, failing business, terrible women that literally did nothing but lie and cheat on me and just treat me like garbage, to meeting classy, women that loved me, respected me, nurtured me, seen my value, my potential, helped me build myself up, build my credit to, having things, having my own space, my own place, to being sober, to being clean, to being healthy, to being employed, to doing what I'm passionate about, not for money, but for the passion of it, right? And I'm not perfect. I'm not there yet. I still struggle, with negative thoughts, I'm still working through things in my life. I still have things that are not healed that I'm trying to heal. And I still struggle emotionally, and I still struggle. I'm tempted, to do things. I'm still tempted to get high and stuff like that, but I know I'm not. I've strengthened myself. I've strengthened my resolve. I've strengthened myself emotionally to where, when something throws me off in life, I don't completely fall off the mountain anymore. I might go down for a little bit, but I don't allow that negative self-talk to just drag me to the bottom and then do things out of impulse to put that little Band-Aid on it and to make me feel better about myself, like sleep with random women or go get high or whatever, that only continue to drag me down, which would make me, call off and lose my job and, and not be able to share real wisdom because I would be cloudy in my mind and my spirit, blocked spiritually, my health would deteriorate. It's a chain reaction to now when something happens and throws me off. Yeah, I can get emotional, I even get upset sometimes, and sometimes I can say things I don't mean, and sometimes, I can be in my head, and my heart can be heavy, but I don't stay in that. I don't sit in that no more. I know that I'm worth more. I know that the people that are in my life are worth more. I can't tell you how fucking grateful I am for the people that are in my life, And I'm single. I have no girlfriend, I have, my family lives in another city. They're not able to do anything for me. I don't have any friends in the city I'm in, but the people I do have, the people I am around, the support I do have is of the highest order, and I feel so grateful and so blessed. I have people in my life now today that genuinely love me and want to see me do well, that genuinely support me and help me in ways that nobody has ever helped me, that believe in me in ways that nobody's ever believed in me, and I want to give back to those people, the ones who gave to me. It's like I have so much love for the people that are in my life. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for every opportunity that I have. I'm so grateful for being sober every day. I'm so grateful to be able to speak with passion, about the things I'm passionate about my life issues, the shit that's on my mind, you know, in case someone else is going through something similar. I'm so passionate and grateful about the work I do. It's like I'm excited to live. I'm excited to love. And I see opportunity in places I'd never seen it before, which is in me, myself. You know, like I'm trying to realize, and I am realizing my dream life. And it's nothing fantastical or anything. I'm not being rich and famous or any of that, you know. Now I'm saving up for a car. Right now I'm saving up for a car. I need $1,500 to buy a really cheap piece of crap, but it's something that will get me to and fro, you know. It's challenging because, you know, I just moved in a new place and all that, so there's the bills and all that, you know, and I still need lots of furniture and, you know, lots of help with that. But I've been blessed enough to have a beautiful person in my life that's helped me so much with all of that. They've helped me with so much furniture and everything. It's just been amazing. My job's assisted me, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm humbled by it. You know, I have my heart set on what I want as far as, like, you know, in my love life. You know, it's like I know what I want. And I'm not out there chasing nobody or going after nothing. It's like I'm focusing on me, and I'm allowing love to come to me. I feel like true partnership and companionship isn't attained overnight, and it takes effort. It requires effort, real effort. And I'm willing to put that in, you know, for the love I know I deserve. And I love myself enough to know I deserve love, true love. And I know that the partner I will have the most passionate, loving man they've ever experienced. Somebody that respects them and allows them to be them, because that's what you have to do when you love somebody, is you have to allow them to be their own person, have their own life, and you join your two lives together. Two complete people come together. Not two halves make a whole. Two broken people. No. Two complete, healthy people make a beautiful partnership. And that's, you know, the foundation for marriage. And that's my goal, ultimately, is to find that person I marry, you know. And I know that that's my goal. I am focusing the next year or so on saving and trying to own a home. I want to own a home of my own, not just rent. I am working hard on my channel and my content. I want to inspire people. I'm working hard on my job, my career. I want to grow. It's like, if I didn't have people come into my life to help me out and to see in me what I didn't see in myself, I don't know if I'd be here today. You know, I don't know if I'd be here today. And I'm seeing the blessing people are. People are a fucking blessing. Every person you have in your life is a blessing. You should be thanking God for anyone that loves you. And you should tell the people you love, you appreciate and love them every fucking day. And you should make sure that you care about their needs, their wants, their desires. You should make sure you put your arms around them and kiss them and hug them and make love to them with passion. And, you know, don't take a moment or a second for granted, because you may not have those people in your life, you know. Don't allow your ego to tell you lies about yourself and others that aren't true. Be honest with yourself and believe in you, even if nobody else does. Because you are, it really is about getting in the right frequency to attract the right things. And I shit you not, man, I have been attracting just the most amazing things. The most amazing things, you know, and it's coming from the most unlikely people and places. People I thought would hate me, have nothing to do with me ever again, have helped me, and just all kinds of stuff. It's been wild, You know, it's been wild. You know. So, when do we let go? When we get out of alignment. We let go of the behavior, the thought, the feeling, the action, and we adapt, we change, we realign, we reconcile, we heal, and we move forward. You know, we do that by loving ourselves. The primary law, frequency, vibration. What are you vibing at? That's what you attract into your world. What world do you want? What world are you trying to create? Are you talking negative about yourself and others? You know, you looking down on your situation? That's the world you'll have. But are you looking at it with positivity, optimism, hope? That's what creates a beautiful life, a beautiful existence, a beautiful world. It opens that space up, that vibration, and it's yours to take. And it multiplies, it snowballs. One good thing becomes two good things, becomes three. You know? It's just like in love. Holding hands, to a kiss, to a hug, to making love, right? It's a progression of energy. It's understanding that energy and mastering that energy. Not manipulating, but mastering. True mastery. And doing it the right way, the honest way, with integrity and respect for yourself and for others. I want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. Please hit the like, subscribe. If you want to donate support, like I said, I'm trying to raise money for a car right now. I could definitely use it. And I just moved into a new place, so I could definitely use the help. Every penny helps. PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Cash App, Facebook Messenger Pay, YouTube subscriptions, or book a personal tarot reading. I will be changing my number here soon, so email me or text me. Make sure to follow me, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Check out all the other platforms. And I should be going live either tonight or tomorrow. And I just want to say, like, and especially to the people that I love out there that watch this or catch this, I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.